Number 8's a little tricky because it's going up by 2's. Okay? So when we do this problem, we have to sort of think about there's like a 1 in the middle of each of those. So as we count, if I go 1 square, that's going 2's. Okay? If I go half a square, that's going 1. Okay? So when we move or do whatever it asks me to do, we've got to think about that as we do it. Okay? So on A, it says translate the triangle by -2, 2. Okay? So which way does that mean we're going to go with -2? Left 2, and then up 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each point, we're just going to move it, and then draw a new point. Okay? So if I do the B, and I go left 2 and up 2, remember that each block is 2, so I'm really just going to go 1 on each one of them. Does that make sense? Okay? Now if I do C, alright, notice it's in the middle of -4, -2. So to go by 2, I'm going to go in the middle of the next one. Because it's almost like we're going 1 and then 2. Okay? And then we've got to go up 2 after we go left. And then that's 1 whole block, so we'll end up right there. Okay. Now if I do this one, the 2, 1. Left 2 is a whole block. Up 2 is 2 halves. So it's in the middle of the 2 and the 4. And then you connect them, and then that's your new figure. And when you draw your figure should look like the original. It should look exactly like same direction, same size, same everything. Okay? Any questions? So let me just write that was left 2 and then up 2, just in case you can look back at it and try to remember what to do. Alright, so on B, it says translate the triangle, and then it says x and y minus 3. So we're going to start back on the blue one, and we're going to translate the blue one. Okay, so what does x mean? So I don't move any right and left. Okay, what about the y minus 3? So I'm going to take each of those points and move them down 3, or a block and a half if you want to think of it that way. Because 1 block is 2 and the half is another one. So if I start at B and go a block and a half, I'm going to be in the middle here between 1 and 2. Okay. And if I do this one, a block is down at -4, and then just a little bit more, kind of in the middle there. And then another block, and then a half would end up there. Okay, and then connect those points. Again, it should look like the original, same direction, same everything. Any questions about doing that? All right, number 9. So number 9 tells me to describe the translations. And when they tell me to describe it, you can write it in words, like left 2, up 2, whatever. Or you can put it in those symbols, like the symbols in number 8 if you want. Okay, either way is fine. So which one do I start with on number 9?
The one without the dash beside it.
So I start with just the ABC. The ones with the dashes is my answer. So I want to start with the ABC and go to the dashes. So I'm going to start with that yellow triangle. Okay. So from A, and you actually can start at any letter. You can start at B, at A, or C. I don't know why I chose A, I just did. But you can start at whichever one you want to. It'll work. So if I start at A, I'm going to go to the left, or to the right, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right 9, I'm going to write that down. Okay, so I'm all the way here. And then I go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you can leave it like that, write 9 down 4. You could also write 9, -4. Any questions about that one?
Right,
Because I went from A to the right.
oh, if
Okay, see if you can do that second one by yourself. Notice that it's by twos again, so that's a little bit tricky. If I'm starting at B, I don't know, it's up here at the top, so it looked like a good one to start with. But it goes to the right 4, because it went 2 blocks, and it goes down 2, and then another half of the block, so that's 3. Okay, so right 4, down 3. You could also write it as 4, -3.